What you're about to hear is part of the Podgods Network. If you have a problem with anything you hear, please write it in an email and go fuck yourself. Enjoy the show.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Salty Language presents The Enthusiast.
Hey enthusiasts, this is Bryan, and joined today by Tony as usual, and then we are joined by Jessica Cameron.
Hi.
Hi.
Like we're both going to not say hi back, come on.
That was a really energetic hi, too, for like 6:30 at night.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I appreciate that. You're bringing way more energy than we bring to this.
One of us has to, I tell you.
Yeah.
Right. That's why we have guests at times. It's just for the energy,
Hopefully you could set the tempo,
Yeah, we just kind of siphon it as the show goes on.
Yes.
Good to know. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. For those who don't know, how would you describe yourself? Because I could read off your IMDb, but I'd rather have you describe yourself.
I'm an actress, predominantly a scream queen, which means I basically make my living running and screaming from various bad guys and creatures.
Like us, right?
I'm a cat lady and an animal advocate, a producer, and an occasional director, usually only when forced.
Oh.
Wow. All right.
You're like, wow, I never knew all that stuff in all my research.
Yeah, right? It's actually, it's why I said, like looking at your IMDb, it was just like, wow, you have a lot of things on your resume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
I like to work, and in our business, that means you have to kind of work a lot if you want to pay your bills, which I'm a big fan of paying bills.
Right.
It's fun for me.
Yeah, not being homeless and hungry seems like a good place to be in life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's little things in life, like, warmth and having a place, and if not just for me, for the cats.
Right. Sure. I understand that. We both have cats. Mine's probably right there, if you can see on my screen.
Yes. And he's a black one, which are my favorite.
Yeah, she's like 20 years old, too, so that's pretty much all she does.
Oh, my word. I have a 20-year-old cat, too. Hold on. Where is she? There she is.
Oh, yeah. Everyone has black cats. Tony's got one, too.
She's not impressed,
You'll
though.
probably hear him later.
Yeah, my cat will make an appearance by meowing loudly and just generally annoying me.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
I thoroughly approve of this.
Right. Yeah. See, if
fair.
if we thought you were a dog person, we'd just switch real quick and we all bring dogs, because we both actually have a dog that lives at our places as well, so,
It's not, I love animals. It's not so much that I'm not a dog person, although I like cats better because I find that they choose you. They don't, like when a cat comes over to you or lets you pet it, it's made the choice that you are worthy of petting the animal, and I appreciate the fact that cats have the power of that individual thought.
Yeah.
Whereas a dog, they don't. I do think some dogs can sense danger, although many can't. And pretty much if you call a dog and you're like, here, doggy, 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 you could be holding a knife with every ill intention in the world. And the dog is going to be like, okay, here I go.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that cats have the power to be like, wait a second. I know you're calling me. The question really is, do I feel like coming over to you?
Yeah.
Do I like you? I don't think I like you today. You were kind of a dick last time. Fuck you. I'm going to walk to the bathroom right now.
Right.
So I like that a lot more. And then also with my lifestyle, just the fact that I travel so much kind of makes it impossible
Yeah.
to actually have a dog. In all reality, at least I believe it would be unkind. I know some actors travel with their dogs, to which I think if you're much more successful than I or any of those I know in the independent community, then it might be fine. But if you're not, that usually means staying in a hotel room for like 15 hours a day, which isn't cool.
Yeah.
Or worse, arguably, annoying a set and ruining shots and takes and just pissing everybody else off.
Right, yeah.
So.
See, I have an awesome dog boarder from when we travel. The guy's great.
Yeah.
See,
She
smart.
could just go there and play with all his other dogs, and it's fine.
Yeah.
See, I do not have that.
Yeah.
I have an apartment in LA, so usually just means somebody comes over. I'm like, hey, do you want to stay at my place for rent free? Come on.
Right, yeah.
Please.
Just like feed the cats and give them love and affection.
Yeah.
when they want it.
If they want it, yep, absolutely, sure. Yeah, my cat's really picky. She's always been, like, she's super skittish. She stays away from people. And she actually, I've only become her pick by necessity as time's gone on.
Well, you're around, so.
Pretty much. Like, oh, you feed me? Okay, I guess, you know, so, yeah. So
but I can appreciate that, the fact that it's natural selection based on necessity.
Right. You know, it makes me feel good. I'm the, you know, like third or fourth in line, but whatever, it's fine.
Hey, you're lucky number 4.
Right. So,
you're least in line.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, whatever that means.
I don't know.
Yeah. So how many cats do you have?
I have 5.
Well, I was going to say...
That is an impressive pack.
Well, it has to be more than 3, because I think you have to have 3 to call yourself a cat lady, you know, or...
Is that the rule? I've been a cat lady, like, forever then.
Okay. Well, I've heard people call themselves cat ladies and they have 1, and I'm like, a lot of people have 1. I don't know if I'd...
No, that what they're really saying, you're missing the subtext. The subtext is, there's going to be more.
Oh, right. I see. It's like, I only have 1 right now.
It's 1 asterisk.
Okay.
Promise.
Fair enough.
It's not an indefinite thing. Although I guess I haven't had like less than 3 since before college, so.
Oh, all right.
5 I've determined is my cat number. It's my magical cat number, which means I can handle 5 without impacting my life or theirs, and we can all sort of cohabitate in the same place. But they're also, 4 of them are kind of lazy, which I think is really helpful. Only the youngest is really like energetic or crazy.
Oh, right.
So the other 4 just kind of like, they just sort of sit and chill and don't do very much.
Yeah, that's what mine does, yeah.
They're kind of just like cuddly pillows with fur.
Oh, see, mine doesn't do the cuddly thing.
Mine do.
She's never been one that, like, she really, like, if she gets on your lap, she's on there long enough, like, she'll let you pet her for a while, and then she's like, yeah, I'm done, and she leaves. Like, you can't, if you pick her up, she growls and doesn't like it. She just likes to be left alone. That's what we found over the years with her, is the more you leave her alone, the happier she seems to be. Which is why I think we get along.
But then when my oldest got to be 20, or when she actually got to be about 14, she was like, I think being a bitch is overrated. I'm going to become super affectionate. And then it kind of led all the other cats to be like, I'm going to be affectionate too, even though my 2 boys are sort of temperamental. And then my second youngest girl only likes me, but she quite likes me. And then the kitten is just crazy. Like, she's probably going to tear something down.
I see something moving around,
getting into trouble.
Yeah, they'll do that. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
As a guy who grew up on Voltron, 5 cats seems extremely appropriate.
See, just for that alone.
Yeah.
And they're all black. By fluke, they're all black.
I got to ask, what are the names?
Oh, gosh. That's fascinating. Hold on. And I've got the kitten here. So this is Princess Leia. She's the youngest. And then the oldest is Aliqua. Hush, I got her when I was quite young. And then,
we're not judging.
Like, really? And I'm Canadian, so I didn't name her Aliqua because it's like a black cat name. I named her Aliqua because it was obviously close to the chorus of a rap song that was popular. Yeah. And then Romeo, because he's charming. Storm, because she is a terror.
And the goddess
Jack,
of thunder, right?
Because he's just awesome.
All right.
Fair enough.
I can't judge. My cat's name's Missy. I didn't name her, but that's her name. So
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I know. So I said I can't judge
At least
anybody.
With Aliqua, people are like, "Is she black?" And I'm like, "Yeah." How do you know? It wasn't like because I'm Canadian, right? So we don't make those kind of judgments.
Yeah.
And I was like, America. I was like, why does everyone ask me if she's black? And my friend was like, "Really, Jessica?"
Nice. Well, it's like Tony's cat. You know, I helped him with the name on that one because his wife has a rule with animals that they all have to be named after a city. And he wanted to name his cat after Deathstroke, the comic character, or Slade. And then when I was like, there has to be a city named Slade, so he did the research on it and found out.
Google to the rescue.
Yep, sure enough. So
and now we have Slade the cat, Slayer of Mice.
That's a good name, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it fits him.
Yep. I mean, I quite like Princess Leia too.
Yeah, and the hair is the same, so that's pretty cool that you got that done. No,
I wish that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
A couple of those little mini cinnamon buns.
Don't tempt me. Like, how long does it take super glue to dry?
Right? Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Of course, I would never put super glue on my cat's fur.
Right. Right.
I mean, not again. It didn't work out well the last time.
Right, yeah.
Lessons were learned.
Yeah. You just got to get a headband kind of thing instead, you know. So
for sure.
Or some sort
of
headgear.
They would never keep that on them.
No.
They're very catty like that.
Yeah, yeah. Cats don't seem to like stuff on their heads. I don't know why.
Right. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you working on right now, Jessica?
Right now we are in post-production Heavy Hardcore of Mania, which is the next film that I directed after Truth or Dare, so I'm really, really happy with it. It's my fucked up lesbian love story.
Which has got to be tagline.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be one of my favorite taglines ever.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make me, take out the fucked in it, which is no fun at all. Distributors and sales agents, be a rebel.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not like we're going mainstream anyways.
Maybe.
If there's a hope of that, that you'd have to cut out all the sex scenes and probably the couple children I kill, which would really I have no movie. So just keep the tagline.
Right. Yeah, I agree. You just got to know your audience on it and just leave it in there. Plus, we're no fans of censorship on this show, so.
Exactly.
No, it's like the bane of my existence.
Yes. Yeah. Very much so.
Preach on.
Fright Fest for Truth or Dare. I was hanging out with this guy. I was hanging out with a bunch of people at Fright Fest because Fright Fest. I don't know if you've ever been to London, England, but they basically wake up, kind of go to work for a very short amount of time, and then drink beer at pubs for all afternoon and evening. So a film festival is basically just an even better excuse than just a normal day drinking to day drink and drink into the night. So I was hanging out with all these awesome Fright Fest people who were a blast, and multiple people were like, "You're hanging out with David, huh?" Enough that I was like, "Yeah, I'm hanging out with David." And then after, I was like, "Why is everyone asking me that? What the fuck?" And then finally somebody clued in. They're like, "So your movie nearly wasn't allowed to screen." I'm like, "Why the fuck is my movie not allowed to screen at Fright Fest?" And they're like, "Well, because the BBFC, which is a ratings commission board, they had an issue and they weren't going to allow it to screen, and they're still saying well, okay, we allow it to screen this one time, but it'll have to be cut for a release." And I'm like, what? What do they have a problem with? And I don't want to give away the scene for those who haven't seen it, but they have a problem with one scene in particular. And they were almost going to prevent it from screening, and it turns out that my new best friend, David, is one of the guys at the top.
Oh, how convenient.
Which is why everybody was like, "Why the hell are you hanging out with him?" And I was like, "'Cause he's awesome." Not knowing that he was the main guy who were I don't know if we can show this movie. It's pushing too many boundaries. So then he came to the screening, and then when they asked me if they were going to cut it, I pointed him out in the audience and had everybody go and attack him and tell them that it shouldn't be cut. I was like, "You should go talk to that guy, the one who's bright red, 4 rows from the back in the gray suit with the blue tie. Yeah, his name's David and he works at the BBFC. So you should go tell him that my movie shouldn't be cut. Because if you don't, he might cut it." Nice. So we'll see. He was like, "I can't believe you did that." I was like, "Fuck yeah, you were going to cut my movie."
Right? It's this is my thing. Yeah. I gotta fight for it. It's
not even anything. I was like, if you find that offensive, wait till I actually have money.
That shit's gonna get real.
Really offend you one day when I get a decent budget.
I'm just gonna make a movie just to offend you. In fact, that's all it's gonna be about.
I'm like, this doesn't even rate on my offensive scale. So if this is really pissing you off, then can I put a camera on you the next time you watch a movie of mine?
Nice. Yeah, you just make sure he's in a focus group or something, just so you can watch his reactions and laugh, and
that'd be awesome.
Right?
I mean, that's really what these people are great for.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
That's got to be really frustrating for stuff. I mean, but it's called Fright Fest, though. I mean, shouldn't there be this kind of stuff? Or I mean, I don't understand why.
Neither do I. It's one of those things where it just sort of depends, and particularly, it's funny, because, in Truth or Dare, without giving anything away, the scene to which I thought, the scene that we get the most walkouts, the people vomiting, the scene that, even when we wrote it, I was like, "Oh my god, that's so horrible, we have to do that."
Right.
You know what I mean? But then I was like,
that's what I like.
If I had any family alive, they'd probably disown me, that kind of scene.
Yeah.
It's not even that. That's not the scene that bothers them. It's one that I think just bothers them because it kind of loosely involves the male genitalia, but not quite. But it's a little too close for comfort. I mean, the penis stays completely intact, for the record. Right, so I think that's just it. But I'm like, really? That's it? And keep in mind too, like the one that they had a problem with is really short. I think it's like a minute or something to that effect.
Oh, I've heard
around 55 seconds or something. But the other, like the most offensive thing where we lose everybody, it's like a 4-minute segment that my editor could not get through without gagging. And he had to leave it to the very end to cut because he kept on getting sick.
Oh, wow.
And even when to the point where the actor on set vomited in one of the takes, and that's the one that made the cut.
Well, naturally, sure, yeah. You want authentic?
Yeah, because it's so fucking vile, right? Although, again, it doesn't bother me, but I have to, I admit, like, that's always where we lose people. And it's like 4 minutes. Like, we really, like, let it sit in.
Oh, wow.
To the point where we're like, if you're gonna throw up, you're probably going to do it. It's not like you think you're going to vomit and then the thing will pass. Like, no, we're going to make you live in that moment for another 3.5 minutes. So
see, it's funny how similar to comedy almost that is. There's a lot of stuff where, like,
pacing is.
Yeah, and, well, like, even the, like, you do something and something's uncomfortable and it's going to make people uncomfortable, but in a funny way, and you just let them sit in that for a little bit.
Sit.
Yeah,
Right,
so
and I think it's hilarious. I mean, I love it when somebody, like, blacked out in, where was it, Arizona? I was like, fuck yeah, that's great. Oh my God, are they okay? Can I get sued? Okay, I can't. Good.
Yeah, right. yeah.
Carry on.
Certainly don't want that.
Dead fallen person.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's kind of shocking how they pick and choose. And it's like literally that was my discussion. I was like, really? That's what you have a problem with? Not this, that, or this? Like even when I do that, because I mean, when we did that, I was like, that's going to get cut. And they're like, no, that's totally fine. I was like, how the hell does that work?
Wow. That's nuts. Yeah, it's, I like, I'm not in any sort of, faculty where I would know this otherwise, other than just reading it. But it's like, I've read some stuff that, censors like, have issues with. And it's so amazing sometimes how stuff that you're like, why is that a problem? And then something else that they like let go. And it's like, wow, I can't believe they got that through. Like, I can't believe that joke made it or whatever, but this, was cut because it's a certain word or something, Oh, you've used this word too many times. It's
I'm hoping they don't. I think we say fuck like 91 times.
That's a good number. Yeah.
Good average.
I mean, it's a lucky number.
Yeah.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
It's funny. We're like asking the fans for like drinking game thoughts, and people were like, every time they swear, take a shot. I was like, everybody will die.
Yeah. There goes our demographic.
Right? Or
don't get me wrong, that'd be great publicity for the movie.
Yeah. You just film it and, kind of have people fake their deaths at the points where they probably would die. And then it's like a whole other thing to where, the whole thing is like a guerrilla marketing thing. It just went viral. And, this drinking game is now killing everyone.
But just think about how viral it would go if they actually died.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
I am a fan of practical and real effects.
It's pretty practical.
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. You're right.
Saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, so we'll see. But it's funny because and then I was like, okay, so can you level with me? I'm doing because I already had like Mania planned out at the time. So I was like, just level with me. What do I have to worry about with Mania? And he's like, well, I can't really tell you anything about this. I was like, no. You're going to tell me a little bit about this because, we've been drinking. It's fine. This is between us.
We're buddies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I was like, lesbians. And he's like, what kind of stuff happened? And he was like, pretty much, if it's just women and, vagina, nothing, there's nothing that you're fine. I was like, that is so horribly sexist.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I could do anything I want to the woman's vagina. But the moment,
It's like, wait, that's a penis? Whoa.
Oh my God, it's so offensive.
Clearly.
It's not like we can't all find porn on the internet.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? No.
Right? And it's not like everybody doesn't.
I better check into this.
Yeah. We're gonna have to pause the show for a minute and
Cut to like 10 hours later.
Yeah.
Why haven't they come back yet?
Guys.
Like, I think we've lost Tony. Yeah.
Friends, come on, guys.
No, it's all over now. And on this episode, Brian and Tony are introduced to internet porn. Oddly enough, this is a shorter episode than normal.
Right?
Yeah. Man.
Have you ran into any of these problems anywhere else? I mean, besides Britain, or?
Yeah, there's a couple places where we're like in talks right now, and they're like so about cutting it, and I'm just like banging my head against the wall.
Yeah.
Those bad.
At the end of the day, like it's one of the things where you have to do it because it's a worse crime, in my opinion, to not release the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Fair enough.
You know what I mean? And the good news is, I mean, here's the reality. I don't advocate piracy, and I actually think you're a dick if you do piracy anyways. However, if you buy my movie and it's been cut and then you want to illegally download an uncut copy, that is totally acceptable because I've already got your money.
Right. Fair enough.
You know, you've already bought the movie one time.
Yeah. I see that. Okay.
Couldn't you release a, Jessica Cameron cut later?
Oh, I'm sure that's inevitable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like that.
Because
you can put all sorts of blurbs on there.
We taped the whole, we taped some of the cast drinking, and now my DVD people are telling me that they can't put, the whole thing on the disc because it's just too long. It'll take up too much space.
Oh, right.
So I'm at some point I'll have, a master, copy, which is probably just going to be, the cast and crew just getting trashed.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because we tried to take some of these drinking game ideas and make a game out of it, and then everybody just got wasted, and then was just making the one actor drink constantly.
That's the most fun of drinking
to
games.
Make fun of that guy and have him do shots.
Sure.
A lot.
I understand that. I've been at parties like that before.
Right?
Makes sense.
And to be clear, this is really just a normal Tuesday for him.
Yeah, yeah. We understand. We talk a lot of drinking on the show, so people expect it. So
I got to ask, what's your drink of choice? You have beer, cocktails, shots? What are you into?
You know what? I like shots and cocktails. I'm a big fan of vodka and tequila, rum, pretty much anything other than rye and beer.
Right.
And I try to avoid. I find I don't get hungover, but I don't if I drink excessive amounts of sugar. That makes me feel sick the next day.
Yeah,
I just feel gross.
Sure.
I'm filled with sugar.
Yeah, that's what does me in too.
Yep.
So I'm usually a vodka and some kind of sugar-free energy drink.
That makes sense. Sure.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fuck sleep. That's pointless.
Yeah.
Hey, I could be doing shit right now.
Yeah.
Right?
More drink. Wait, no, that's
seriously.
Yeah.
There's always something to be done.
I would imagine so, especially after since you do all the jobs.
It's true.
Sad but true. Yes.
How did you start as acting and then you moved into the other things, or have you?
Yeah, I started just as an actor, and it's still kind of what my main passion is to this day. I love it more than I love everything else because honestly, it's the most creative for me with the least amount of sort of business savvy.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Because you go and you enable the character to come to life and whatnot. So it's really, really fun for me. But that said, I just sort of got to the point where I wanted to make my own content, and I kind of thought I would be in a producer capacity because I've been able to get money for stuff before. But then, to my shock, when we had Truth or Dare written that I co-wrote with Jonathan Scott Higgins, we had a hard time finding a director who could do it with our timeline because we wrote the roles for specific actors in mind that we could get for a really inexpensive rate. And then on top of that, we knew that we had a very tight timeline we wanted to hit. And we pretty much went out to our top 6 directors, and 3 came back and said they couldn't do it for timing. And another 3 came back and said they couldn't do it because the script was too much and too far. They'd have to tone it down. And I was like, no, you're not toning down my fun torture film.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Right? I was like, but I have the money. No, nobody's making you do this. We have the money. It's not like we have to do this for the money. Because you always hear these rumors well, you have to tone it down to get the money. And I'm like, no, but here's the money. Take it.
Yeah, we have the money.
And then let's do all this fun stuff that's in the script.
Right. But they didn't want to do all the fun stuff, huh?
They didn't. They wanted to tone it down. So that's kind of how I got into directing. So I was like, fuck that noise.
Yeah, I'll just do it myself.
Out of curiosity, did they want to did they want to tone it down because they thought that it'd be tough to get into film festivals or something like that?
No, they just thought it was too much. It was pushing the boundaries for themselves. Okay. All 3 of them were as a director, I don't want to push the boundaries this much on my film that I'm doing next.
Okay.
Not willing to take a chance.
Sissies. No.
They felt it was just too much for their own personal style.
All right.
2 of them have come back since and been we fucked up. We totally should have directed it. I'm like, haha, suckers.
Right?
That's right. You should have.
Yeah.
Suck it, bitches.
Yeah. Be I'm using that as a blurb on the DVD case now. Watch that. Right. I should have directed this. And then suckers with your name underneath it.
Yes.
Just for their copies. You have like special slip,
That's how I'm going to sign it to them. I'm going to send them like a dozen copies, and they're all just going to be signed the same way.
That's a great way to do it. I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm classic like that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the kind of stuff we would do, so it's totally fine. Yeah,
absolutely. We'd probably draw little dicks and stuff.
Yeah, we probably would. Yeah.
I might do that too, just for funsies.
Right, for the film festival, I'd do that.
Right, like next to the directed by.
Uh-huh.
There'll be like a little penis.
Right, and they'll be like, ah! Because, obviously they get offended by seeing penis for a short amount of time. Yeah.
It is the most offensive thing.
Right.
Clearly.
Horribly offensive. I don't know how you men put up with it every day.
I don't either. Every time
the shame.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Every day, you're like, this would not be BBFC approved.
Yeah. No. No. Not at all.
Just want to see that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, right. Well, does it have
There's
like an arrow?
There's nothing about me that is BBFC. It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. Is that
I think I'd worry more if they like gave me full approval, because I'm like, that'd be boring. I mean, I'd rather be a plenitude of anything other than boring.
Yeah, because it feels at that point like maybe you're not pushing the envelope enough now, because they're just like, let her in, whatever.
Like, fuck envelope. Let's just make great fucking films. And if we're gonna piss people off, well, then they're gonna get pissed off. There's a lot of boring ass people out there that need to get pissed off just so they feel something.
It's true. What you need to do is set these people down, like Clockwork Orange style, with the toothpicks or whatever, holding their eyes open, and just show them like just nothing but just penises, just for hours.
Or invite them into the drinking chair, like the actor in your movie.
Yeah.
One day, if I had all this time on my hands.
Yeah. And just a couple of people that, can make things happen
like my
quietly.
new form of therapy.
Yeah. That's how you get people over it. You just desensitize them to the whole thing, and then they're like, oh, really? This is no big deal. Wait, what did you do to those vaginas? Holy,
Good God.
Sensitize, I say educate.
Right.
Potato, really.
Yeah. It's like, how did we let all of this go through? Too focused on the penises.
I have no idea. Like, I'm shocked. At some point, like, once after the movies comes out, I'll, like, make a t-shirt and be like, this is okay, this is not okay, right? With, like, an image.
That is really, I don't know. It makes sense. Comedy's going through the same thing, though. For years and years, you could show, like, a full frontal of a woman, but you couldn't show a guy, or it would you couldn't get the rating that you wanted. They'd want like an MA or whatever.
It's because the penis is horribly offensive.
Clearly, I guess. Recently it hasn't been. It's been in like everything now.
Sausage Party in every R-rated comedy.
Whatever,
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah. Especially if, anything used for comedy I'm okay with. So
you'll have that.
Yeah.
You said.
Exactly. That's why I'm so popular with no one.
I don't have the sad trombone.
Yeah, I know. You never do when I need it. I know. I think that just adds to it when
That's perfect.
When there's no sad trombone for me, when I need the sad trombone, I think that just adds to the whole.
Just another layer.
Yeah, it's like he's so bad he can't even get this. Oh.
It's so funny. I won't tell you because I don't think I'm allowed to, but it's funny because it relates to this. So. I won't tell you the movie that it's from, but it's one of my upcoming movies, so it's not like you don't have a dozen or so in post.
Okay.
So it's like, you'll get to figure it out. But it's funny, because in the movie, there's like a point of the film in the cut that I got to see where I was like, this is calling for a close-up on a bag of penises. Like, for real. And nobody else had thought of that. And they took it for a moment, and they're like, huh. And then, like, they wrote me back, like, 2 weeks later, and they're like, we added an insert of a bag of penises, and it's great. I was like, see?
Right?
It makes it so much better. But I did not have the heart to tell them, and that will get you banned from multiple territories.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But it's better. The movie needed it. When in doubt, throw a stack of dicks in there.
Unless it completely changes the scene. That's a great tagline, too. Unless it totally changes the scene, you should totally do one with a bag of vaginas just to see if it gets through.
I feel like that's harder to snip off and have it be obvious as to what it is.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, while keeping, like, actual reality in it, because, I mean, then it just sort of looks like flaps of skin bits.
Yeah, that's true. That would look really odd.
You know what I mean?
Be like
and I feel like they're small enough that the blood would cover them completely.
Yeah, that's true.
Penises, right. Even when covered in blood, you kind of just see, like, oh, look, there's a severed, bloody penis.
And a bag of them at that.
Yes, a satchel.
A satchel.
When in doubt. Brings all new meaning to suck a bag of dicks.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
I was like, can I please be like on stage throwing people like severed penises if we do film festival screenings? Because that would be awesome.
That would be.
Give a question.
You know, like Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith threw like flappy stuffs to people at some of his podcasts when they were doing live shows. So why not?
Well, there's
they weren't bloody.
There's a website where you can buy gummy dicks and send them to people.
Right?
Oh, I'm all on top of that.
There you go.
Yeah, not just for bridal showers. They're good all year round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's never a bad time to tell someone to suck a bag of dicks or eat a bag of dicks. I mean, it certainly
but
isn't.
I love gummies, so I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Perfect.
Like, thanks.
I'd be like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat these dicks.
Just
They're gummy flavored red cherry. Yum.
Yep. It's like, hey, here's my new Vine video. Me eating a bag of dicks.
Hey, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, mister. In the computer thingy. I do love Vine. Vine is like the only social media that I don't have an agenda for, because I'm always like pushing my work and my projects and my podcast and everything else I fucking do on Twitter and Facebook. Vine is just like me and absurdity.
Right. Which has got to be fun, because you see that with a lot of people that are, you know, whether they're comedians or actors or whatever, like that they generally have to use their social media as a tool. They can't have the same kind of fun that just any idiot can with it, you know?
Correct.
Like,
but mine is my absolute just madness. I'm just like, what am I doing today? I'm going to hop on this little merry-go-round toy at some child's park and fucking Vine the shit of it. No reason.
Yeah, that seems fair. Yeah.
No reason. Just because I can.
Or eat a bag of gummy dicks, whatever. Just...
Or that.
You never know.
That's going to happen. I will dedicate you in my Vine video.
Nice.
Or, like, I love Vining, too, like, when I find myself at, like, haunted attractions and stuff, because 6 seconds is, like, just long enough to sort of kind of give you an idea as far as, like, what I'm doing, but without, like, actually making it work.
Yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess just Jessica Cameron on Vine. Might as well plug it since you're talking about it.
Oh, sure. Plug it. I have no idea what the fuck it is.
All right. Well, it's there somewhere.
I think it's like Jessica. I think it could be actress Jessica Cameron. Who the fuck knows? Because, like I said, I never really promote it because I'm just kind of like...
It's just
I'm
there.
just ridiculous on Vine. And, like, if I'm out karaokeing, or I don't like to do karaoke, but I always find myself stuck at places that are doing karaoke.
I would say vodka and energy drinks will make you karaoke.
Badly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right, because it's fun. And yeah, it is Jessica Cameron. I think it's just Jessica Cameron.
All right. Yeah,
there you go.
That's one of those things. I don't know what, like, I've never really done much with it. So I don't even know if I have an account. I think I do, but I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I got one, but I haven't put anything up on it in a long time.
Well, I guess we'll get you a bag of dicks, Tony. We'll do the Jessica Cameron bag of dicks challenge where we all eat bags of dicks.
If this is something we can get going,
yes,
that should be that. Listen, that should totally be a thing.
I'll say this: I've never in my life wanted to eat a bag of dicks, but I'll do it for science. You know,
science.
Yeah.
Science. When are we testing?
Did you say what or when?
What?
Oh.
What exactly are we testing with this one? I have my one friend. I like to get drunk, and because she's more fun that way. Her name is Heather Dwarf. She was in my graphic torture film, Truth or Dare. Mm-hmm. So when she's drunk, she becomes a drunk dwarf. You can hashtag it. It's pretty awesome.
Drunk dwarf, huh?
Yeah, drunk dwarf. So I can get her into like all kinds of trouble in 6 seconds, like all kinds of trouble. So I really enjoy vining like these 6-second videos of like drunk dwarf. For multiple reasons. Just because A, everybody loves them, but also B, she doesn't have the Vine account.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah, sure.
Right? So, like, she sees, like, the aftermath, because people that do have Vine will, like, make memes and shit out of it. And then, like, and the best part is, like, I'll drop her off, and then I, like, wake up, and I always like to give her a couple hours, like, once the messages start coming in, where she's like, where did this come from? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy.
She's like, I don't even remember you taking that picture. I was like, it's because I did it. It's a video.
So I don't know where all those little candy dicks came from. It's crazy.
Yeah, right?
Right?
It always goes back to candy
hilarious.
Dicks. Yeah.
So that's kind of what I do on Vine. So if you're on Vine, it's just absurdity, but it's kind of awesome.
I kind of want to make sure I do, because that sounds like way more fun than half of what I follow on most anything. So, yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I generally notice when we tend to drink or get stupid that cameras tend to go away for us, which is probably for the best.
Yeah, I always forget to pull mine out in video or Instagram. Nothing.
I don't forget. I
wake up the next morning and go, I should have taken some pictures. Should have made some Instagram videos.
Yeah.
Should have annoyed people on their voicemail lines.
Dude, I love that. Yeah. We like to do I like to call up Dwarf and be like, Dwarf, 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 Dwarf. With like who's ever around. I'm like, just repeat after me. And you got like 20 people being like, Dwarf, Dwarf, Dwarf. It's
do you ever do it like you're singing a song in the round?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have that on Do I have that on Vine? I believe we have that on Vine.
That's perfect.
I do actually.
Yeah. That just seems like it's just waiting to happen if it hadn't, so yeah.
I agree.
Especially if no one can sing, then it's even better.
Well,
I mean, we just like do it almost like it's a roundabout. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
That's
I think it's pretty funny. I mean, her name's Dwarf, so it's kind of begging for mockery.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, that's how you know you're a good friend, because you can't just leave that stuff alone,
Right?
Yeah, that's what friends do.
I mean, besides that, she's really bad about social media, so Drunk Dwarf is much better with social media.
Ah, okay.
Unintentionally, but better.
Well, yeah, like Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yep, I'm telling you.
I don't.
But so many people are like, "Oh my god, I love Drunk Dwarf." I'm like, at some point, I'll probably have to make this into a web series.
Yeah, that seems right.
Even better.
Yeah. I mean, it's just right in itself. You've already got vines. You've got memes off of things. I mean, you're just, it's just setting itself up for the long.
You're putting the groundwork in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you just gotta, then you get the funding, and then it's a TV show. And wait, no.
Don't tempt me. There might be like an ethical thing though with like an actual network picking it up for like a real TV show, because like, I mean, you'd have to be like, again, going back to the whole I don't like faking it or any of that bullshit. You'd have to just get her trashed.
Yeah, and that's true, because even something like you watch like Drunk History or something, you can tell sometimes those people really aren't that trash.
Don't you hate that? I'm like, you should be trashed right now.
There's some that are. Yeah. Like, you can tell they're just, like, the ones where they just fall over right in the middle of the interview.
They're laying on the ground.
Still
I've been there.
I did a drunk interview with More Horror. It was like 3.5 hours, and we cut it down to 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's fucking ridiculous.
Wow. That's impressive.
It's great. But we didn't show, so some people are like, are you really drinking? I'm like, fuck yes. I, like, polished off, a lot of vodka. But we should have been more, like, obvious to be like, here's a bottle of vodka. Here it is going down.
Right, yeah.
And then somebody was like, that is so, like, what is it saying that you have to get women drunk? I was like, no, I'm in my apartment. It's my choice. It's not saying that he has to get me drunk.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello.
It's not like it starts with a guy going, hey, I'm going to pick up women tonight. Sees him, like, dropping random pills in a bottle and then handing them out or something. Come on now.
And he's like, I'm going to ask her some questions in an apartment now.
Yes, I'm going to interview her now that she's drunk.
Right? Which is all the fun. I think we all run through that at some point or another.
Apparently I yell a lot.
That's all right. We're used to people being really loud when they drink. So.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony's wife.
Yeah.
See, it happens. It happens. I was like, it goes dark places, but it's hilarious.
Yeah. I just become a giggling maniac at some point, and, Tony, like, turns into this weird thing that we call the raccoon. He attacks things, and it's a whole beast unto itself.
Root through cabinets that I shouldn't be rooting through.
Yeah, he steals plastic hats from the thing we were at. It's a whole thing.
I like to steal random stuff too.
Yeah, see?
All right.
There you go.
You got a little raccoon.
Like in a lockdown or whatever, I'd like stolen like cat figures for my friends as well. Yeah, and sometimes I just like to fuck with the people. We went to, I hope nobody from the Magic Castle is listening, but we went to the Magic Castle and they have a room called the Hare's Den or something like that. And there's like curio cabinets filled with like little little bunny rabbit figurines, and they lock them. So I like had to pick open the lock and then take them. It was a really good challenge. And then also for like funsies.
Wait, hold on, real quick. You picked a lock while you were drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you on my team when we're drinking.
None of them could see this, like in reverse.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I know. It was kind of a great moment where I was like, fuck yeah, I did that.
I know I shouldn't be endorsing that, but it's
pretty
like
impressive.
I said, if you can pick a lock when you're drunk, you're on my team when we're drinking.
like without seeing it, just by like da 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 da. And then, also one of the times I went back and I did it again, but then rather than taking one, because I was like, really, how many little bunny figurines from like the curio cabinets at the Magic House can I take?
All of them.
So for funsies, I turned them all like butt out. So it was like all the little bunny bums like facing the glass. And then locked the cabinet back. And the last time I went, it was still like that.
Probably think there's a poltergeist or something in there.
Probably, yeah. That'd be great.
The spirit of the curio cabinet.
I think really awesome. Just saying.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
Nothing at all.
Our attorneys have told us that we have to say we don't condone stealing anything from.
Yeah. I mean, I don't either, except for when it's super fun and hilarious for everyone. When joy of the theft itself brings more entertainment to everybody else.
Yeah, I just like I don't endorse stealing except for when it's super fun. That is fantastic.
It happens.
Hey, booze adventures. What are you going to do?
Right. Well, that's the thing is, like, Tony gets to this point when I call him the raccoon and stuff, and it's like, I don't know why I don't pull up my phone and just start recording him, because I keep telling people, I'm like, you need to experience it. You can't, I tell people, but they don't fully get it until you actually go through it, and, because it's something. He did a spin kick to a caution wet floor sign in the hotel we were staying at.
Hey, it clearly deserved it, I'm sure.
Well, you did that, and then you were like, fuck that sign.
I want to see it. Why is there not a vine of that?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, is I just need to get, I was kind of tipsy at the time, and I was having issues walking, but, yeah, I should have still gotten a video of it.
Yeah.
You should have next time. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I do.
What I love about Vine, too, is if it's like shaky cam from being drunk, even better. It's fucking fine.
Oh, I know. I've seen so many like that.
I know, but it's like, it's also 6 seconds. So, I mean, you kind of know that you're like super duper trashed.
Yeah.
If you can't like keep it somewhat reasonably stable for like 6 seconds.
Right?
Let's be honest. That's not a whole hell of a lot.
No.
That's,
Yeah, that's true. I think we've all had nights where keeping a camera steady for 6 seconds is a chore into itself, but yeah.
Keep your legs steady for 6 seconds.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know of the things to which you claim.
Then you're not drinking right. No, yeah. Ooh.
Wow.
So in London, they don't drink hard liquor that much.
Right.
So like because they drink like all the time. Right. So it's kind of, I think it's just to prevent the pickling of their liquor.
Yeah.
And also because they'd rather drink for like 13 hours than like 7.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I understand that.
7 days a week.
Yeah. Time seems to move much faster when hard alcohol starts getting involved.
Oh boy, does it.
Yeah.
It was kind of shocking. Everyone's like, you're drinking vodka? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drinking vodka?
Yeah. But you're drinking the sugar-free energy drink, so so you're fine.
Except this one time when I went to Ireland to a film festival there, and the night my movie screened, it was Saturday night, and they did a big, huge party after, which is so nice of them. Amazing time, right? Mm-hmm. And I was suffering from jet lag, so I had 6 cups of coffee in the day, which isn't that extreme for my lifestyle. Like I usually average like 4, so 6 is like nothing to be alarmed about.
All right.
But then when I tried to go to sleep at like 4 a.m, I was like, why am I not?
And you say that as you're jumping up and down on the bed?
For like 4 hours. It was like 8 a.m. by the time I gave up. And then I was like, why the fuck can't I go to sleep? And then I did the math. I'd had like 9 vodka and sugar-free energy drinks.
I can see where that might
change. In conjunction with the 6, I couldn't go to sleep at all. I was so overly caffeinated. I ended up just going and walking around Ireland until like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, at least it's beautiful.
Right? But then I was so annoyed because I love coffee. I love it. Like, it's a problem.
Oh, amen.
Right? And there was like all these like charming coffee and pie shops. And I was like, all I want is coffee and a slice of pie. But I was like so in that like, I'm over caffeinated and I'm exhausted and I should be sleeping, but I can't sleep because I'm over Like, I was like, no more smell of coffee. Gross. It was very tricky.
Yeah, I imagine.
And then I was supposed to introduce the movie that night, and I slept through it, because by the time I did get to sleep, I felt like the biggest jackass. I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I over-caffeinated myself, and then I slept through your movie.
Yep.
Marched around the city and crashed.
Yeah.
Marched around the city, came across the castle, pretty nifty, and then just passed out.
Wait, passed out at the castle or back at your room?
No, back at my room.
Oh, okay, all right.
Right
I'm just
on the corner from the castle. Who knew?
Oh, okay.
I was like, what am I going to do in Dublin? And I'm like, right around the corner. I'm like, oh, look, there's a castle.
Right.
Yeah.
And a charming coffee and pie shop.
Right.
Oh, there were so many great coffee and pie shops. I was like, I am coming back for you one day. Little red coffee and pie shop place.
You just do a tour. You're just like, instead of bar hopping, you're just going from one to the next. Yeah. Oof.
Right? I think I did that in Paris once.
Seems like
a fine idea.
Right? It's how I live life.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
When not offending, film.
I can offend them while drinking coffee and eating pie.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Well, that makes sense. So.
It's about multitask.
Right. Sure.
Do you do coffee or like espresso latte type coffee?
If it's caffeine, I will drink it.
All right. That's fair.
Yep. I like coffee. I like lattes. I like espresso. I like macchiatos. There's very few things I don't like that are caffeinated. Bit of a problem.
Seems like it. Nah, not at all.
Nah, you'll be fine. Got to keep the heart pumping.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Right.
I'm like, whatever. If it does hurt me, it's not going to be for a while yet. So
yeah, right.
like my friends who know me well, like just send me like, I kid you not, at Christmas time, you could tell the people who like are really know me because they just send me like fancy coffees or like coffee shop gift cards or things like that. They're like, we're not even going to get you like another gift. We're just going to send you coffee. And for some people who don't know me well, they're like, really? Like your best friend of 16 years sent you like a box of coffee beans? And I'm like, I know, it's the best gift ever.
How great is that?
I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not in the coffee game, so I can't identify with this.
So we can't be friends now.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're missing out, Brian.
I offered to eat a bag of dicks for you.
Okay, eat 2 bags of dicks and then we'll talk.
2?
Yes.
2? All right, fine. Jeez, the things I do.
So, what's your favorite movie, or do you have one?
You know what? It's one of the things that kind of changes every day. I probably have like a top 10 that kind of alternate. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's sort of like, what's your favorite food? And I'm like, well, I love Italian food, but I also like a good burger. It just sort of depends on your mood.
Sure.
That's fair.
So, Martyrs, The Shining, definitely like right up there. Both of them for completely different reasons, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's probably today I'd have to go with The Shining because I'm like more into being like spooky and creepy in the last like week than I am, you know, about fucking with people.
Right.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
I know that's a rough question for all. I'm the same way. I can't really nail a favorite, but it's, you know, it's like you said, it depends on how you're feeling.
It's weird to me. Like,
what's your favorite that you're feeling today?
God, probably Reservoir Dogs, because I've heard a couple quotes from it earlier, and I really feel like watching it again.
Yeah,
it's such a good movie.
You know, it's funny because I actually somebody was quoting that like in a conversation I was having with them the other night, and I was like, man, I need to watch that again because
it's been a long time since I watched it.
Yeah, I'm starting.
I have no excuse because it's right on the other side.
Oh
of the
yeah,
wall.
yeah, mine's right over. I can't point to it exactly, but it's right there. Yeah. I know. I need to watch it too. Damn it.
Watch it. Do it. I love Quentin Tarantino. I think he's great.
Right. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yep.
Although I wish they would put a supercut of the Kill Bill movies together.
I feel like he should just do supercuts of every movie he does.
Well, that's fair. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised he doesn't because it seems like something they can market and sell for ungodly amounts of money.
So do you want to know something? Like, Hollywood is so small. I don't know. Where do you guys live?
We're in Michigan.
Okay. So in my Hollywood building, fun little fact. So Quentin doesn't even watch movies like on an actual like DVD or Blu-ray player. He only watches them on like a projection.
Yeah.
Right. So he has a guy whose only job is for his own personal use, and then for his theater that he runs in New Beverly is to get like the projectionist tapes, to maintain them, to order in the ones that he doesn't have, to see about acquiring the ones that he wants to buy, to see about renting the ones that he wants to rent. Anyway, so that guy has his office in like the first floor of my building. Yeah, because I have like a little 13 apartment building, and then on the base floor there's like a couple of
Oh, okay.
So his projectionist is right down there. So I could totally steal all of Quentin Tarantino's fucking rolls of tape. The problem is they're a little bit bigger than a bunny figurine.
But super fun.
Right, super fun. Right. Yeah, so it's okay. Yeah.
It is.
Right.
If I tell you, some days I struggle with choices.
What are you going to do?
Right?
Yeah.
But he's also super nice, apparently. His projectionist is great.
Fair enough.
Just imagine that. Like, you know, having to pick locks. Like, I can't pick locks unless I'm drunk.
I mean, I live in the building, so it's not like that would be that hard.
Yeah. Man. Well,
the next time I like come home drinking, I'm going to be like, wait a second, I wonder if.
Yeah.
I'll send you like some selfies. I'll be like, look where I am.
Yeah, that won't be incriminating at all.
Shut up. You would never turn me into the cops.
No, I wouldn't actually, because I'd be like, well, it was super fun, so I can't.
Right? I would be like, I have blackmail evidence on these gentlemen eating bags of dicks.
Right. And they openly endorsed stealing as long as it's super fun. So
yes, we did.
They told to do it.
Yeah, even though their lawyers told them not to. They just wouldn't listen.
And they'll be like, they do a podcast in Michigan. They don't have lawyers.
Yeah, that's true. We don't.
Also true.
We know a lawyer, but...
Right? Yeah. Like, they're smart enough to know they should,
yeah,
but...
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
So true, yeah.
We'll just hide in the woods.
Yeah.
Is Michigan cold right now?
Not today.
It's getting better. Today was in the mid-70s.
Yeah. So. Have you seen It Follows?
It Follows, no.
No.
You should. It did the festival rounds, obviously, and it did the theater rounds, and it's a really good film, and it was filmed in Michigan. And Michigan is kind of like, it's so obviously filmed in Michigan that it's sort of like a character of the movie, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, you know, I've heard a few movies that have filmed that way, where they've used different like woods areas or different cities in Michigan, and it's funny how many times I've heard it's so Michigan, like that it's obvious that it's Michigan. That's kind of interesting to me. Like we live, like where we live is almost, I mean, like if you know where Toledo, Ohio is, we live like a rock throw. We're right at the border of Temperance, Michigan. Right. So it's, you know.
So I would rather go to the 8 Mile because I feel like it's safer in Michigan than Toledo. I'm serious. I have a home in Columbus still that I rent out, and I lived there for years. And I used to drive up through Michigan all the time to go to like my parents' home when they were alive in Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada. So I would have to stop to get gas. I'm telling you, one of the very few times I've been afraid to get out of my car to get gas was in Toledo. And people are like, you drive through Detroit and you get gas. And I was like, I know. And I'm telling you, stay the fuck away from Toledo.
Well, Detroit has Robocop.
Yeah, it's true.
They're
right?
good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. So. If it's the new one, then I don't really care.
Well, okay. I haven't seen the new one because respect for the old one.
It's not good. I mean, here's the thing. It's not horribly offensive. I mean, don't avoid it because it's not like that offensive. I feel like it's so different that they should have just renamed it like a different movie, like, I don't know, Machine Cop or something to like sort of differentiate it, and then it would be perceived better. It's only bad if you know it's trying to be Robocop, but it's different enough that if you were to take that out of the equation, outside of the fact that it's a man who gets shot up and has to become a robot, it goes all these other different places, including like with the wife and the kid and everything, that I feel like it's independent of itself.
Yeah.
That being said, it's definitely not as good in my humble opinion.
There's a good amount of remakes that have been that way. You know, that if you just took the name of the original off of it, it could easily be any other movie, and you might go, you know, this wasn't that bad of a movie, but because it's, I don't know, it's weird how that works. Like, but because it's released with the RoboCop name, you're holding it to RoboCop standards, and
right.
You know, it didn't measure
fucking
up.
RoboCop standards, man.
I know. I mean, they're not going to put a statue of this one up. That's for sure.
No. I still, like, one of the scariest things in my youth was I always forget the name of it, but the bad robot in RoboCop 2.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the name of it either. Like ID-88 or something like that.
That was frightening. Yeah. Like, positively fucking frightening.
Yeah.
It blows the dude away through the window?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, you're right.
Yeah.
For what it is. Yeah. It's...
But and it can't go upstairs, so you're safe.
The dad from that 70s show melting.
Yeah, right?
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. You know, it just surprised me in my life how many people did not know that Kurtwood Smith, was both parts. Like, he was the dad on the 70s show. Like, they know him from there, but they, like, I don't remember him as the bad guy in RoboCop. And I'm like, yeah. Like, he was, like, how do you not remember that? Because he's looked like the same. It's not like he had a full head of hair then, you know?
Well, barely.
Love it. It's like my favorite thing ever to like mesh the two. Like when I only watched that 70s show to see the guy that got melted down by Robocop, like trying to be a normal family man in hopes that he like is hiding a drug dealing ring in his basement.
Well, he is. That's what the whole that 70s show. It's actually just an epilogue to RoboCop.
But how awesome would that be if that was true?
Right. It was like I remember when people talking about. Was it with Malcolm in the Middle, how Breaking Bad was, like takes off from the end of Malcolm in the Middle. Like, I don't think it works that way, but it would be ridiculous if it did.
Maybe that 70s show is a prologue. Yeah. And his life just went bad. And
I see.
He turned to crime.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had a kid that was that annoying, can you blame him?
No.
Right?
No.
He's pretty boring, and then he's dating that hot chick, and you're like, why the hell is she dating you?
Yeah.
These damn kids smoking a reefer in my basement.
Right?
Right? Him and all his loser friends just stinking my basement up.
Yeah.
That was the part I always cracked me up, because, like a lot of times in that show, they go into the basement, like Red's coming down the stairs or whatever, and they're all like waving around, getting rid of the smell, which never works. And, and it's like, how does their basement not just constantly reek of weed? Like, how do the parents not come down more often to make sure that's not going on?
And I feel like that was supposed to just be like the parents are too clueless and stupid, but then I'm like, but he's clearly smart enough to run a drug ring mastermind.
Yeah, right.
So in my mind, he was just like, whatever, it's just pot. I'm selling the crack cocaine in the other basement.
That's it. Red's hopped up on crank the whole time,
right.
so it doesn't matter.
I wasn't even thinking about that. And the mom is drunk all the time, so yeah. Okay. Because she drinks a lot. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. I hadn't analyzed it far enough. That's the problem.
There you go.
As all sitcoms
Glad
should be.
It could help.
Yeah, it'll help me sleep now because it's been ruining my life since.
Naturally,
that's what I'm here for. Just the little things in life, really.
Right. That's why we brought you on to aid Bryan through his sleepless nights.
Yeah, to help me with my issues with that 70s show and RoboCop.
Right. Eating a bag of dicks will help you with all the above, too.
I'm not sure that that's true.
Bryan, they're dick-shaped vitamins.
Do it, and then tell me afterwards how much.
Vitamin D.
Yeah, vitamin D. Yeah, dick-shaped vitamins? I don't think so. I'm not falling for that again. Yeah.
How many times have you fallen for
I
it?
haven't. I just, I just like to
feel
make
like that's a clear lie.
A lot of what I say is a clear lie. Then you have to figure out which of it is a lie, and it's just
the smoke screen.
It's a whole thing.
I'm going to say like at least 2 or 3 times.
No, not recently. So,
to bring it back around, Watch It Follows. It's set in Michigan. It's a film. Before I forget to mention that,
all right,
it's great.
I think I want to say my sister told me to watch it for similar reasons, actually, because I know various times she's had various movies, and she'd have them here, and she'll be like, hey, this movie's out here if you want to watch it, and then I just don't, because I'm terrible.
Too busy eating bags of dicks?
I guess, you son of a bitch.
But at least you're being productive with your time.
Also that.
Yeah. Someone's got to eat all those dicks, right? I kind of feel like...
Might as well be you.
Yeah, I think someone else can take that from me. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to hold on tight to the crown on that one. No?
It's the little things or the big things. You eat the bag and tell me which you prefer.
So, do you have any free time?
Not really.
I didn't think so.
This is what I do in my free time.
I would say listen to everything you do. I'm like, Ashley doesn't. So I was going to ask you what you do in your free time, but it's probably sleep.
It's pretty much this. No, I hate sleeping. Sleeping's just boring. It's usually drink, which is why I only drink once every couple of weeks. As depressing as that is. No, it's cat stuff. I used to volunteer at animal shelters, and that went out the door when I decided I'm going to be a filmmaker. Not realizing that meant I would never have another free second of time ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I'm going to trade this life for filmmaker.
Yeah. Well,
basically.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it seems like you're constantly, like you said earlier, you're constantly working so that you can keep bills paid and such. So that's.
Yep. Well, and you have to.
Yeah.
There's just not, and it's just so hard in this industry.
Well, it's amazing too, but you're putting the work in. I mean, that's what you got to do, and it's like we've talked with people that are stand-up comedians, and it's similar. They're constantly having to I actually talked to a guy a couple weeks ago, and he works as a bartender, and then during his lunch break, he goes and does like a 15, 20-minute set somewhere, and then goes back to work as a bartender. And that's his weekend, basically. He does that Friday, Saturday nights.
Where does he bartend? I want to go there.
I don't know. He didn't say.
Damn it, right? Because doesn't that sound like fun?
Well, he doesn't do stand-up at the bar. It's a different place.
You just have to buy him shots. All bartenders do some level of stand-up after you get them liquor stuff.
Right, that's what I figured.
But it'd be better if they were, like, genuinely a good comedian.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you could be like, hey, just rehearse.
Yeah. It's just amazing, like, the amount of grind that I've heard different people go through. And, it's great that people like you and them are doing that stuff, because it's not, you didn't just like try once and go, whatever, and then just give up on it or something. It's, you understand that you got to grind. You can't just, fall into a great spot or something. You got to put the work in.
That's all it is. As you know, It's just work, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Right.
So, whatever. I mean, it beats an office job, right?
Yeah, right?
Oh, hell yeah. For sure.
Well, especially, when you can, also go and, steal things for fun, when it's super fun.
I do that regardless of where I work, let's be honest.
It's a sick stapler.
I mean, the only place I could is if I was, like, to be a cop, but I feel like that's just never going to happen.
Yeah, probably not.
Right.
Yeah, you'd be offending people with pictures of penises all the time from, like, crime scenes or something. Like, dude, check this out. Like, come on!
That's not illegal, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. I got a feeling that cops do that all the time to each other, right? Like, they just kind of, hey, let's see if we can gross someone else out with various crime photos.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, if not, I guess maybe
I would be like taking selfies.
Oh, God. Not in this age. They'd probably leak out somewhere, It's,
Right? But wouldn't that be the greatest collection of selfies ever?
Yeah, people are all pissed at you.
This police officer was fired from her job when a collection of crime scene selfies was surfaced.
Right? And you're like, hey, at least I'm not killing minorities. So.
Well, you know what? Then I'd sell that shit as a book and I'd be rich.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Crime scene selfies, the coffee table book.
Right? How amazing would that be? That would be one day.
I just picture somebody coming over and you're like, I'll be out in a minute. And they're just flipping through the book like, what the hell is wrong with it? Yeah.
Oh, good God. Why is this one captioned LOL?
Yeah. She didn't seem this crazy online.
And then they're like, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, second thought.
People overlook crazy all the time,
I know, because we just kind of accept the fact that normal is no longer permitted.
Yeah. It's kind of weird like that. Yeah.
Because, what is normal? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what normal is ever since, half of the world started to get divorced. And, this idea or perception of what was originally normal ceased to exist. Normal once was mom, dad, working, couple children, and a dog, and a white picket fence, and then that all went to shit, and nobody ever kind of told me what a new normal was.
Right, yeah. And now when, you talk to people on social media and stuff, it's like, one person mentions that they have depression and then 30 more are like, yeah, me too. And it's like, whoa, where did this happen? How did I used to feel alone in this? Now everyone has it. I don't know, something's going on here. It's, it's weird. You're right. There is no normal, really.
But thank fucking God, because I don't know about you, but the very few normal people I have met, they're really boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say normal people generally suck.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like normal is completely overrated and generic.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, like you said about the film festival, if they were just like, this is fine and passes, you'd be like, oh, that's,
Where's the story in that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, all right, that's no fun. I want to offend people with 1-minute penis pictures.
Careful. People might send them to you.
It's the internet. I've already been sent dicks, so...
Stop asking for them.
I'm not asking for them. For some reason.
Asking if you have his cell number, you should just send him penis pictures.
I would really prefer they don't, although
he really wants them.
Now I'll just be like, hey, what's the Twitter handle or whatever of the guy from the film festival? I'll just forward them to him.
Don't tempt me, because that would be awesome.
Just why is my phone buzzing so much?
The best part would be if someone else picks up his phone. Like, what the hell? Good Lord. How many dick pics do you get a day? All of them? I I don't know. Like,
I have to be careful because I get sent them, and like because I know enough crazy people that they'll just literally send me like kudos to them. They like own it, where they're like, here's a picture of my penis, and it's like not pulled off of. You know when you see a penis and you're like, I know that you came from the person whose phone came from, where it's like not like a random pulled off the internet.
Okay.
Where I'm like, oh wow, this is now awkward. Now every time I see you, I can just think about the penis picture that you sent me because I know that's what your penis looks like.
Like, well, actually, you don't because I've had rejuvenation surgery, and yeah.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I'm just
a dick tuck. I sure hope not.
Well, we know for sure that's a thing, but I mean, that's not new.
Are in.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not new, but yeah.
Fair enough.
It's got to be, right?
Little things.
If it's not, I'm sure it will be. So people are so vain about everything, you know.
Really, it's shocking, right?
Yeah.
It's because everyone's taking selfies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. See, that's why you got to keep an old phone, because then all the selfies are blurry. And, you know, like mine, if I take a selfie with it looks like I took it with like a Polaroid from the 70s, you know.
Well, stop choosing that filter on Instagram.
It's not a filter. It's just the shitty phone.
But that would make it go viral just because it'd be like the oldest penis selfie ever sent.
Right. Like the one, you know, you're like, hey, this is from Lincoln.
It's very awkward with Mr. Lincoln staying there for 10 minutes.
Like, wow, how long did he have to stand there while they got the picture thing right? Yeah.
It's like a hand-drawn one. It's a portrait.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's wearing a powdered wig, you know.
Well,
right? I wonder who the first person was to be like, I'm going to take a picture of my junk.
Yeah.
Probably the inventor of the camera.
But think about it. We never see old-fashioned ones. And keep in mind, I mean, that's a pretty hard angle to hold, you know, because it used to be like cameras once were giant boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That you had to, like, be stable. So I wonder who the first guy was to be like, I'm just going to put my dick in this camera.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people got severe dick burns when that pan of flash powder went off.
I'm pretty sure you shouldn't keep that near your nethers. That seems like a bad call. Yeah.
Well, you have to for
especially when there's no video, because that's something that should be vined. Let's be honest.
It's true. Yeah. If you could time travel and vine that.
Yeah. It's a good way to get on like Tosh.0 or something, you know? Check this out. Big flash and you're just like running around while your junk's on fire. Yeah, maybe you get a web redemption or something out of him off of that. That'd be good times. There you go, Tony. That's how you get famous.
Oh, wait. I'm good.
No? All right, fine.
It's the whole risk versus reward.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And the reward would be?
I have no idea. That's right.
Yeah.
Why don't Ryan should just do it and then tell us if there's any upside.
I don't think I should. That's a terrible idea. I think we're going to try to find another volunteer.
Ryan, it just has to be you.
No, I don't think this is going to happen. And
wait, come on.
I don't get more courageous with drink, so there's pretty much no way to ply me well enough.
So they say.
Yeah, right, I guess, yeah.
I'm telling you, opportunity getting missed.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm with Tony on this one. The reward to the risk just isn't enough, so sorry. Sorry to let everyone down.
You might go viral with, really second to third degrees.
Creativity right here, right now.
Yeah, sorry. It's what I do. I let people down. That's what the sad trombone music's supposed to be for, but
it's still not hooked up.
We don't even have that at the ready. I see. I'm just letting everybody down. So, if people want to follow you, what's the best way to?
Well, I mean, Vine if you like ridiculous shit.
Which you
should.
Also,
you should.
Yeah.
I'm all over Facebook and Twitter. On Facebook, just look for Jessica Cameron, the actress, not the cricket player. I know, right?
Wait. You're not the cricket player? This interview's over.
Yeah. Well, first of all, she's a redhead, and we quite look different. But secondly, no, I actually don't play and never have played cricket.
Well, you're missing out, because, I don't know.
Why?
I don't play cricket. I don't know.
I don't understand why cricket exists. I don't even know if it's a real thing. And even if I could play cricket, I don't think I'd want to be known as like a cricketer because I just feel like it's a mouseketeer. I don't know. That's not a real thing. It's a joke, right? Like we're all making fun of you secretly.
I'm pretty sure
that's cricket players are into like getting or delivering paddlings, or is it just too close to work?
Too close to work, yeah.
I feel like you'd have to ask them, because some of them might just be into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
Like, oh, how did you start playing cricket? Well, funny story. Yeah.
I used to own the sex dungeon, you see?
Oh, man.
That would be hilarious.
That's the interview that I want of
Undercover
a cricket player.
sex dungeon ring found out to be run by the famous cricketer.
Which sounds like a really awful...
with a mouseketeer, which is Britney Spears. So arguably worse.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's true.
Fair enough. The cricketer sounds like a really terrible, like, comic book villain.
It really
does. It's like the worst. Like something that would have been on like the 60s Batman TV show. You know, like, oh, it's the cricketer, and the guys with him are in cricket players' outfits.
Costumes.
Oh, it's just awful.
Okay, you probably don't remember it, and I'm going to probably suck at this really bad when I try to explain in my mind where I just went, but I'm going to explain it, because if you were in my mind, you would be laughing right now, because it's pretty entertaining.
All right.
Okay, so in the 80s, there was this 30-minute-ish thing about don't do drugs, and the guy who was the guy of don't do drugs was, like, super creepy, and he had, like, smoke hair. And there was, like, all these, like, action hero fellows that, like, was, like, saving the kid from not doing drugs. Wow, and in my mind, cricketer, I was like, that's who a cricketer should be. It's one of those people from this, like, 30-minute don't do drugs campaign that had the really creepy guy doing the drugs. And it was kind of like a horror movie for kids.
I kind of want to see this now.
Right?
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Ringing a bell, but I don't know what it was called.
Yeah, that's the problem, is if you just put, like, don't do drugs on YouTube, you'll probably find all sorts of hilarious things, I'm sure. But
now, there's a subreddit for this. It's called R Obscure Media.
Oh, okay. Right.
You might be able to ask the people there, because they post the weirdest shit.
Well, I'm sure, yeah. Well, it's Reddit, so I'm sure.
I typed in don't do drugs, 1980s smoke hair.
That might do it.
I'm getting some pretty awesome images, but none are what I'm looking for. Oh, maybe I should add in that it's a cartoon.
Maybe. I'm just trying to picture smoke hair.
It's like smoke, because, like, you know...
No, I get that.
He was a bad drug.
Oh, right, okay. So he's like a walking cigarette or something?
Yeah, something to that effect.
He was a doobie.
A marijuana cigarette? A left-handed...
a left-hander.
Yeah.
Hippie lettuce.
Ugh. Yeah, enough of that.
Whatever else you want to call it.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to plague me. I'm like one of those people, too, that all become, like, obsessed with something.
Totally.
And I can't, like, get on I can't do anything in my world until I'm like, that's what that is.
Wow, that would stink.
So if somebody is on Reddit, somebody should post that and then just tell me.
Yeah, that would really stink to, like, read,
to be obsessed for, like, 3 years. They'll be like, why haven't you made another movie? I was like, well, this one time I was on this podcast.
Oh, no. We're cool.
And they kind of, we talked about stealing bunny rabbit figurines and our cat obsessions, and then this cartoon, and I've been obsessed with finding it ever since.
Yep, and then smoke hair was your downfall.
You'll have this poster board on your wall with all the yarn going, all this evidence, trying to figure out who it is. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What was that?
Well, the yarn won't stay because the cats keep playing with it, but...
Okay, that's true.
Right? My cats probably know. The one's old enough. She'll be like, bitch, this is what that is. By the way, there's some hilarious cartoons about not doing drugs.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I imagine.
Yeah. If you're into that kind of thing, it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all, because I vaguely remember various, like, commercials and stuff over the years that I've laughed maniacally at, because they're so... Like you can just tell the people making them are so out of touch with the target audience, The
old PSAs.
Yeah. Like, why are these 50-year-olds making a commercial that's aimed at 12-year-olds?
Yeah, old, crusty old white guys making don't do drugs cartoons.
This isn't going to work.
So out of touch.
Yeah.
So out of touch.
Yeah. It's like making a terrible omelet doesn't work.
Right?
All it does is make me hungry for breakfast stuffs.
Exactly. Side of bacon.
Breakfast stuff is like the way more fun part of the food day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, really.
Don't get Tony started on breakfast.
Like, part of probably my favorite thing about being a grown-up is the fact that I can eat breakfast anytime I want it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it just makes the world a better place.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually love the Midwest for that, because you have Waffle House.
Ah, good old Waffle House.
Best place for, like, horrible breakfast food all hours of the night.
But it's available around the clock.
You are correct, yeah.
Right?
There could be meteors falling from the sky, and you could still go get a waffle and some potatoes.
As we talked about on the show before, that's how they have the emergency scale with the Waffle Houses.
The Waffle House emergency scale.
That's where you want to go if meteors start falling to the earth.
That's true.
You want to see how real things are getting,
Yeah, for sure. And a waffle.
Yeah. Well, they don't just have waffles. They have other stuff there.
That yellow and black checked lettering.
No.
It's like an oasis.
Yeah. You're driving it. It actually is. You're driving at night and you see nothing for a long patch, and then you see the Waffle House sign off in the distance.
Yellow glow.
It's like seeing a water stand when you're in the desert,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I get you.
Is that waffles or mirage?
Right?
Oh, man.
It's pretty amazing. We were having a lot of fun because I was like, I was not, for whatever reason, I haven't been to the Waffle House in years. I know, for shame. I'm aware. I get it. I'm a bad Midwestern person. I know. So I go there, and I realized that I could indeed have, hash browns that had all these really fun adjectives, like smothered, covered, brothered, diced, chopped, or whatever, and they put all this shit in the hash browns, which is kind of just, really, really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
To the point where I'm like, where have you been all my life? Smothered, covered, brothered,
Right.
It's kind of exceptional. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. Is there a word for hash browns that's just everything?
I believe they call it the Waffle House Special.
I was like, because there's got to be a way to order, because
yeah,
their weirdness of ordering their food, especially the hash browns.
Just do it all. Yeah. Give it to me all.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'll just take a hash brown all the ways. Or hash browns all the ways. And
it might be all the way. Yeah, that sounds like diner speak.
It does, right?
You can tell that I was a sober one because I did not order every different type of hash brown.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want different orders. I just want one.
I will be like, I can eat all of that. And I can't. But in my drinking phase, I think it's a good idea to try. And I can't. And it's actually not.
No, it's a terrible
idea.
Very
wasteful. Yeah. I once went to, where was it? Oh, goodness gracious. It was right behind my apartment in the Carlton Cinemas in Toronto. And I went with a very wealthy member of the band. He was like, order everything you want. I was like, I kind of want everything. He was like, then order everything. I was like, okay.
I'll take the menu, kind sir.
No, but I ordered 15 dishes because I was like, I kind of want pancakes, but I kind of want eggs, but I kind of want meatloaf, but I kind of want... So I just ordered everything, so I did. Anyways, it was the biggest waste of food ever.
I would imagine so, yeah.
It was very sad, but it's one of those crazy times in your life where you're like, well, I did that one time.
Yeah, I learned I can't eat the whole menu, so...
Right, and I learned that I kind of felt like a douchebag after, because I'm like, then there's all this food to be wasted. Mm-hmm. Even though at the time it was kind of the thought process was, I will have bites of everything I could ever possibly want. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Until everything's in front of you.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Which table should I start at?
And it was, very wasteful. So if you are doing that, I do not advocate that any more than I do advocate stealing bunnies from curio cabinets in fabulous establishments that do magic.
So as long as it's super fun, you're on board, though, right?
But it's so fun anyways.
Can I recommend going around the restaurant and just taking bites of other people's food?
That seems like a terrible idea.
If I were to ever get famous, I would do that just for funsies.
Right?
Yeah. I could see that, yeah.
Bill Murray is one of my heroes because he does ridiculous shit like that.
Yes.
There's that one story where he's literally stole a French fry off somebody's plate and he's like, nobody will believe you. I would do that just because the power to fuck with people like that is awesome.
Yep. I love that story that nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah.
Right?
That's so great.
Because nobody will believe you.
I know. I love all those stories like that, or
because it's amazing.
Yeah.
Or the one he was in London and he went in and he was fucking doing their dishes. It was a party. In walks Bill Murray, chugs a bunch of beer, does their dishes, and leaves.
Yeah. I know. He's living the right life. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Or he's been known to get to pretend to be a bartender at bars and stuff. He'll just go behind the bar and he'll give you tequila, no matter what you want, no matter what.
He pours everybody tequila.
You get tequila shots.
Yeah. Oh, damn it!
I'll have a water in the DD.
Tequila shot.
Right?
What was I going to do? Amazing. Bill Murray put it in front of me. What am I going to do?
Exactly.
Come on.
You have to just say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Bill Murray, or else I believe it's like the end of the world.
Right.
I'm not a tequila fan, but if Bill Murray handed me a tequila shot, I'm
Side
having
note,
it.
I actually did find. Hold on, I'm trying to get you a freeze frame. So, if you were wondering, because I know that you are,
I am.
The 1980s Don't Do Drugs campaign, to which I was referring to, is indeed called Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue.
Wow, that's a really generic name.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. So you should Google it because it's awesome. And it's actually from 1990. I lied and said it was the 80s.
All right.
So it's supposed to be, it says like right here, wildly considered the worst anti-drug movie ever made. It's just a random posse of cartoon characters advocating against drug use, including like a shit ton of people. And Jason Marsden plays a teenager boy who's stealing his father's beer and experimenting with pot.
You can't
scamp.
Yeah, stealing the pot. Yeah.
Where'd you get the pot from?
Or stealing
Dad.
the beer. I got it from you, Dad. Yeah.
And what I love about this too is like the guy is like very clearly like, you know, it's like an 80s thing when the cartoon guy who's supposed to be a teenager is like looks like he's 28.
Right.
You know, because like it's such like an 80s thing.
Right. It's like
there's like you know, Michelangelo appears, and ironically I forgot that all these cartoon characters are in it. I just remember cartoons and this creepy guy with like this flame hair. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can, there he is.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Okay.
That's what I remember. I don't remember any of the other people. I just remember him being like, you know, the super creepy smoke guy.
Fair enough. I will definitely watch this because
it'll be good for a laugh. I think you'll appreciate it, and then you can thank me as you eat your 2 bags of dicks.
Well, it's like popcorn. But
damn it. It's nothing like popcorn.
Really? And the other side note too, the other thing that makes this kind of super duper awesome is that it apparently aired with like an introduction or something by like Bush Sr.
Oh, geez, nice.
Wow. Bush Sr.
Oh, are you still there, Jessica?
You know, Skype's doing its Skype thing.
Son of a... Yeah. All right, well... I don't know what's going on. Well, I guess maybe we should... Oh.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay, all right.
I lost it somehow. Oh, I was just explaining to you how you can actually watch the original intro to this gem with Bush Sr. and I think his mom or something. So,
I hope it's his wife.
Right? No, I don't.
The extreme Bush.
Now.
Oh, okay.
It's like, well, I mean, who knows? I guess it could be. Whatever.
Bar looks pretty old, so.
I mean, she looks. Yeah, she definitely doesn't look very young.
No, not that he did either, but you know.
Well.
Yeah.
Right, but I just feel like I don't know about you, but I want to see Bush Sr. talk about not doing drugs before the Turtles take over.
I agree.
I'm so disappointed the Turtles had something to do with this. They had a terrible agent, apparently.
Right?
They were just about the hustle, that's all.
They're just trying to bring some pizza to the smoke guy, and they got caught up into it.
Yeah.
They were probably like so busy doing crack cocaine, they just did it for a paycheck.
Probably.
They live in a sewer.
I know, right? They do have a lot of tendencies.
They're sucking on that algae, being like, we need another fix.
You're right. You're right. That wasn't
it's like
ooze.
Like, I don't know if you ever saw it, but like at the time, you know, when you saw what's her face, like did you ever watch Saved by the Bell? I mean, I'm assuming you did because everybody watched Saved by the Bell, right? All you Americans did.
Yeah.
Even most Canadians did, but there was like that anti-drug episode.
You're the first person that's ever pointed to or basically alluded to us as you Americans.
Right? You Americans.
You Americans, right.
But like there was like that anti-drug episode where they were all like so tackily. I was like, I really wish I could be there on the behind the scenes. Like, no, Elizabeth Berkley was like doing mad cocaine.
Oh, are you talking about the one where she got hooked on caffeine pills?
No. Like the other one where they're like, say no to drugs.
Oh, okay.
That's a great one too. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just like,
yeah. I just love of all the things for her to get hooked on, it was caffeine pills because she was, you know, trying to stay up and study for whatever it was, you know.
Sure.
Hey, that sucks. We just talked about how I did that with like real caffeine.
That's true. Yeah, and you weren't even
I
studying
kind of
for
had a Jesse Spano moment that I feel you're not being very sympathetic.
All right, you caught me.
It's true. Yeah, all right, fine.
I'm running around the streets of Ireland going, I'm so excited, I can't.
Oh, man. Well, I hope your career path goes different. That would have been the
best Vine video ever.
That would have been strong.
Yeah, that would have been great. Yeah.
Right outside of a castle.
Yeah.
Geez.
Well, now you know what to do next time. Go get hopped up on caffeine and run around like a maniac and just take vines or whatever.
You got to duplicate her outfit though.
Take them.
Maybe.
I'm sure I have spandex somewhere.
And if you can get the hairdo too.
Probably not.
Wig.
Clever wig.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Yeah, clever wig.
I feel like that was probably a wig back in the day.
It was something. All curly and crazy. Yeah, it was something. I wish I could find a wig like that. I'd wear it all the time.
Good look for you.
It would, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'd look like I was something out of some dumpy, 80s hairband. Like I'm the after effect of it. Like I used to be a roadie for Rat or something,
You're like, just say no.
Yeah.
A roadie for Rat.
I mean,
pick
now,
up
too.
That stack, put it in the trailer.
Yeah, and I mean now, not a roadie in the 80s, but now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the glory days.
Yeah. Oh,
good times.
Right?
The good old days.
On the Round and Round tour.
Oh, man.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
I found it. I was just going to send it to you.
Just see. You can't see tonight.
I'm so excited!
I suspect that's the identical reaction she did when Showgirls tanked.
No.
That's was like her on opening night.
Broken up about
getting
it.
The numbers.
Yeah, I'm sure she totally expected that to be a huge hit.
Somehow I don't
Everybody
think that was
did.
caffeine pills.
Everyone did. You didn't know that?
No, I did.
Everyone was expecting that one to be a big. They kept on going over in the budget.
Yeah, which is.
And they were like, "This is the big thing," and they were telling her apparently that she was the next. This was her basic instinct moment to be the next Sharon Stone, and then Showgirls became what Showgirls is.
Yeah, straight derailment.
Yeah, which is a cult classic. That's exactly what it
is.
Yeah,
it is a cult classic.
One of the most expensive bad movies.
Oh,
ever
it is.
Made.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie. Yeah,
it's like The Room with better looking women and more money.
All right, The Room.
Have you seen The Room?
I can't.
It sounds familiar.
I don't know. See, part of the problem
watch The Room immediately while you're eating your 2 bags of dip.
God damn.
It's out to 3, Ryan.
Yeah, it's 3.
Wait, what? I don't like how this keeps getting.
It's arguably the worst movie ever made. It's so good.
It sounds
You have to watch it.
See, part of the problem for Tony and I is we worked in video stores for 8 or 10 years. Each of us did. So, a lot of movies sound familiar to us because we were around them so much that,
And I mean, also arguably because it's the most generic title ever.
It's pretty,
Yeah, that's what's getting me. Is
but that just goes to show you how great of a movie experience you're going to have with this gem.
Now, see, and the problem is that it's not going to be probably a bad movie in the kind of bad movies we like, because we just like really bad movies.
Oh, no, this is the worst of the best of the bad movies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that
Maybe
sounds right.
We'll love it then. All right.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's Tommy Wiseau, who is the director and the writer and the lead actor, and he's so bad. And he has this really weird accent that nobody knows where he's from, and he doesn't really say.
Those are the best. I love when actors
and then
do that.
There's all these. Oh my! It's so bad. You have to watch it. I can't believe if you like really bad movies. I can't believe you've never heard of this.
Oh wait, is this? Didn't they make a documentary about the making of The Room?
I think they did.
There's a documentary about it.
Okay. I have not watched the movie, but I've heard about the documentary.
Yeah, I think I got a feeling one of the podcasts in our network actually talked about this movie.
Room Full of Spoons. That's the documentary.
Oh, that's the documentary.
They throw the spoons when you go to a screening.
All right, I assume that has something to do with the movie.
They throw them there's cues because there's in the apartment all the artwork has spoons on it. It's so weird. So anytime you see a spoon, you have to throw spoons. So you're in a theater.
I did not hit her. It's not true.
That's
bullshit.
acting.
I did not hit her. I did not. Hi, Mark. Hi, babe. Oh, hey, baby. Hi, doggy.
It's so bad.
That's from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
That's wow.
You're going to love it. You're going to thank me. Maybe not for the 3 bags of dicks, but definitely for The Room.
Well, it's got a resounding.
And I feel I don't know, you just might be into that.
It's got a pretty strong 3.5 rating on IMDb, so it's clearly the best.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's kind of mind-blowingly awesome. And so if you're there's several things that people have to do. There's etiquette to going to a screening because it's got such a cult following. It's kind of a big deal.
So it's like going to see Rocky Horror or something, except Well, I don't like that
more
either.
Fun.
Yeah. Wait, this is more fun?
This is more fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, I'm back on board.
It's so bad. It is so amazingly bad. The same guy, Tommy Wiseau, who's just fucking batshit crazy, would do a series that's the first four episodes of the show are on Netflix. It's called The Neighbors. You can check that out too. It's equally atrocious.
Okay.
Is it on Netflix or Hulu? I love the fact too that in this he plays not one but two characters, defined clearly by the worst wigs ever created.
Excellent. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, they're horrible.
I'm all
they're
about the bad wigs.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And he's like the worst actor, and it's like the worst dialogue, and everybody. Oh my god, it's so fantastically bad.
So it's
Have you seen Birdemic?
Seen what? Sorry.
Birdemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's more fun than Birdemic.
All right. All right.
So in my like secret heart of hearts, I hope the guy who made Birdemic were to like conjoin forces with Tommy Wiseau, the guy who did The Room, and they would make a movie together. And then the world would just explode.
Yeah, I was like that. Yeah, I don't think that can happen.
Sounds like, crossing the streams of bad movies.
Right. I went to a screening of Birdemic 2 because we know a little coffee shop that does screenings in LA. And the owner is a friend of ours, my boyfriend and I, and he knows that we love horrible movies. So he was like, just tell them, and we have a joke. I always joke that I'm his cousin because he's Australian and I'm Canadian, so we're always like the two like non-Americans in the room.
Right.
So I'm like, we're cousins, of course. So he's like, I'm just going to tell them that you're my cousin. So we go to this Birdemic screening and we're like, oh yeah, we're Elric's cousin. And everything's fine. And then somehow there was a misconnection in like one of the audio cords, so the audio was a little bit too quiet, which actually only helped the movie because the audio is so bad. Having it quiet, so you couldn't quite tell just how bad it was in some spots, only made the film like legitimately a stronger film. Like still really, really bad.
Right.
But, you know, at least you couldn't quite hear 100% how bad it was. You could tell like 95%.
Right.
But like the guy came over, like the producer who very clearly thought this was like a real movie. Like, he's not in on the joke. Like, he thinks he made, like, a legit kick-ass film. He's, like, coming over to us being like, you better call your cousin. It's, like, fucking up and, like, all upset. I'm like, dude, this is only helping you. Chill the fuck out. I'm like, we're talking about Birdemic too.
Yeah, how serious are you taking yourself when you're making Birdemic?
Really.
I mean...
Right? Oh, he was so serious. He was like, your cousin better get it, you better fix it. We're like, oh.
Let's see, it's like...
Birdemic 2 guy is really angry. He's
like
so mean.
We're kind of friendly, like, with a comedian named Dan Lawler that lives out in L.A., and he's friends with, Jordan Rubin, I think it is, that did Zombievers recently.
Amazing.
And, you know, and I listened to an interview with him that they did on their podcast, Rock and Roll Cheeseburger, and, you know, and he's like, he totally knows what movie he made. You know, like, they set out, and he's like, listen, I know I'm not winning Academy Awards for this thing. You know, we know it's campy, it's goofy. That's what we wanted to make, you know. It's like, I don't know how you can approach a movie like Birdemic or something and...
he did.
Think you're making more than Birdemic. I mean, that's...
And he was so bad. He was so annoyed. It was great. We were, like, cracking up laughing. Yeah. And then, like, some of the actors, too, like, weren't in on the joke. Because, like, not only are they just bad actors, they're just really daft, dumb people. Right? So, like, they really think, like, that people are there because they, like, are cheering them on. And was like, no, we like you because you're so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you're a bad actor.
You're awful and it amuses us.
Yes, yes.
Right? It's hilarious. Side note, we're so getting sidetracked. Let's not talk about my movie. Let's just talk about bad shit all the time. It's more fun. But way back...
Whichever, yeah.
Like, it was like the American Idol for people, like horrible people like us. Did you ever see this where they were trying to find the worst singer of America by telling them they were great?
No.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Oh, this sounds like something I would watch. No.
Best thing ever. You should totally Google it. It's amazing. Vitamin C was a judge on it, right? So they were basically supposed to find, and the whole gig, so here's what they would do. They would take an audience, and before the people came out, they would explain to the audience that what they were actually in the audience for was for, like, Make-A-Wish kids and stuff, like people that were dying.
Oh, jeez.
It was like their dying wish to, like, perform and be a pop star. So they'd like do this whole spiel so that like all the audience is like cheering them on, being like, "Yeah, you're fucking fantastic!"
Wow,
and like give them signs and stuff to sort of recreate. I know what you're thinking. This is the greatest show ever. How did it only last one season?
Yeah, right.
Mainstream society sucks. So,
wait, hold on, real quick. I'm sorry. What was the name of it? Do you remember?
I don't know the name of it. If you just type in like "worst singer in America" vitamin C, hopefully something pops up.
Okay.
I'm sure if I can find the cartoon guy with the smoky hair, I'm sure we can find it.
Sorry about that.
Vitamin C was a judge for the whole time. I don't know if you remember her, but she was like a pop singer in like the 90s and early 2000s. So, and then the judges would give them like the worst advice ever, but like be totally serious about it to make them even worse from like episode to episode. And it was the same sort of context of like every week somebody would get kicked off, right?
Yeah.
They would think that like they were kept in seclusion to think that they were literally the best singers of America, even though it was indeed the worst. And like this one guy, Vitamin C, was like, "I love how you talk in the third person. You should do more of that." Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then like the other thing that was really funny is like the awards weren't like American Idol awards. It was like you win $10,000 or like something that's like nothing by, you know, reality show standards where you're like, really? That wasn't a tip off? And then, so the winners, I forget the third winner, but the top two, it was like this Britney Spears wannabe and then this internet guy who like had never spoke to a girl. And they had him like trying to be all sexy with like backup dancers, which is just all kinds of fun.
Right.
Right, for the entire family. So then they told them on camera that they were in fact the worst singers of America. And the guy totally got it. And he literally says to the camera, he's like, "It's fine. I don't care. Now I have money to meet my girlfriend. I've never met her. And we met on the internet." And you're like, "Oh, that girlfriend, you worst singer in America."
Yeah.
And the second girl, like the Britney Spears girl, was so dumb. She didn't get it. And they kept on trying to like explain it to her. And they're like, "No, you're like the worst singer." And she's like, "But I still won." And they're like, "Well, yeah, you still won, but you won the worst singer." She's like, "That's okay. Yay, Britney Spears, call me." It's fucking priceless. I was like, this is just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't have cable at the time, but I would go down, because I was in university, I would go down to the bars that would play it on their big screen TVs. And it was like the highlight of my week.
Wow. Wow. That sounds
I'm telling you, it'll change your life.
Oh, it has to.
It sounds pretty amazing.
It sounds like
so
a
good.
reality show I would actually watch because yeah.
Sadly, like one season. What the hell?
Right?
Well, I think they probably could only do one because once the cat's out of the bag, you know?
It's kind of like one of those like, you know, a millionaire and then he's like poor.
Oh yeah, Joe Millionaire. Yeah, I remember that
like,
one. Yeah.
You have a limited time because you're like, how stupid can people be for such an extended period of time?
Yeah,
right.
Oddly enough, pretty stupid.
For this one, they were like, we found the stupidest people. Jigs up.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
But it's so funny how like so few people in America has ever heard of the show and always like sharing it with them.
Well, as you should, because that sounds fantastic. Yeah, that's the kind of show I am. If you know anybody involved in that's listening, I'm more than willing to host the show going forward because I want to be part of this.
Webisodes, anything.
Yeah, I don't even care.
I think it might be called Superstar USA.
Okay.
Yeah, it spoofed American Idol. It's the polar opposite. Yeah. So, I know, and they had the other. Do you remember when Ryan Seacrest was one of two guys hosting American Idol? Remember that in the first season? Nobody remembers this.
I know.
I only remember this because I think it's really entertaining to like think about where that guy is now and how much he hates his life.
Well, once you sell your soul to the devil,
you like co-host American Idol, and then you're like, "Fuck this! I'm going to move off to bigger projects. Take that." And then you know the other guy who stays with American Idol is Ryan Seacrest.
Right. Yeah.
Like 10 years later, I'm pretty sure you're going to kill yourself. Anyways, so the guy who said no to that did this project, which I'm sure was much more gratifying from like a creative standpoint and entertainment. However, I suspect financially and lucrative wise, he is kicking himself.
Yeah, it's probably pays slightly less than Ryan Seacrest is
just
making on Idol.
Tad.
Yeah.
But what I love is that nobody ever, like from a psychological standpoint, the fact that nobody ever remembers the fact that there was two hosts, I think is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I didn't watch the show that much, but I remember that there was two hosts. So the fact that nobody remembers that is fucking wildly entertaining to me.
That's
but I'm like, sucks to be that guy.
Yeah, it does. Certainly does, yeah.
So yeah, and they had the rapper Tone Loc.
Tone Loc.
Tone Loc, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, him.
Don't
him and Vitamin C.
I know who Tone Loc is. I saw him in concert. Anyway.
Lucky Cole Medina.
I did, yeah. Back when I was a wee lad.
So yeah, it was pretty fucking hilarious. So just so you know, it's called Superstar USA. I know, you're welcome. You're going to be like missing work for the next week, eating bags of dicks, and be like, it's all
nonstop.
Yeah.
Picking up bags of dicks at Costco.
Awful. Yeah. Oh, man, those would be huge bags of dicks.
It's so bad. It's so bad, though.
Yeah. I don't doubt it.
But it's kind of like so amazing, too.
Is there Superstar USA apparel?
Oh, I hope so.
I don't know. I mean, I wish there were. I mean, I would watch that show now.
Maybe it's time to get a Kickstarter going. Bring back Superstar USA.
Do not tempt me.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like that's more than a worthy cause, you know? Yeah.
I've seen worse causes. I mean, you know.
But, like, they did. Like, you have to figure, like, I always go to a production standpoint where I'm like, that was fucking money. For whatever reason, my phone is just, I know why it's doing this. I'm like, my phone is not doing volume. It's because I turned it off.
Incomplete. In hell, I was sad and blue, but you made me feel. Here you may.
So that's like the show.
I'm going to go ahead and say I've heard worse. I've heard way worse singers.
She got really bad, though.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, I've heard myself sing, so I'm awful. I sound like Scott Weiland in that video that's going around.
Bad. I mean, and I think... Hold on. This is also
I think that my views on being a performer are, good. I think that it's not about, like...
I love that they were, like, being all legit.
I think it's about working for the people as opposed to yourself.
Yeah, he's right.
All right, you all sing for Singing War.
All right, let's
Come on.
do it.
War! Yeah! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. War! Yeah!
But these people only get worse when they think they're getting, like, popularity. It's great.
Oh, I imagine.
It's a really interesting psychological study.
Yeah, because they start buying into their own hype as it goes on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just fucking fantastic.
Wow.
And I just think it's fun for the whole family, you know?
Yeah. I just love how many various things you've said like that, like fun for the whole family. They're things that Tony and I say commonly to each other. So
yeah, it's true.
It's right, but it really is. It's about family quality entertainment.
Right. That's what we try to provide here. So
nothing but the best. We got to think about the kids.
Right.
Right. It's the little things. And it was actually on the WB, which is even better.
Oh, there you go. That's probably why I never saw it, because I didn't have cable for a long time, so that's probably why.
This would have been worth it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
This is probably in the phase of me ignoring reality television.
Which is probably a good place to be, generally. Yeah. So, yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You will thank me for this later.
I guess so.
Wow, I'm just looking at the Google images of some of these people that were on the show. It's fascinating.
And let me just assure you, the video is even more fun.
There's this guy in a dopey red Kangol hat. I want to know his story.
No, you don't. Think about the time frame, and he's in a dopey red Kangol hat. That's probably all you need.
I need to know his story.
He got kicked out of Limp Bizkit, and then he ended up on this show. There you go.
Fred Durst.
No, I don't know.
I'm telling you, and the episode to which, like, Vitamin C with, like, the geeky guy at one point, she's like, I feel like you're taking a lot of liberal, I feel like you're being awfully liberal with the dancers, the backup dancers, you're just too sexy, and he's, like, literally probably the least sexy man ever to exist. It's like, it's really bad. It's, like, really bad. I think I might have found it, and if I did, well then, I'm just saying. If I did, it kind of would be amazing.
The way that only he can.
Come on.
The heavyweight superstar USA champion of Omaha, Nebraska. His name is John Michael.
See?
And does he have the eye of the tiger? You better believe he does.
That's not Ryan Seacrest.
That first captured our experts.
Right, but they did it like all legit.
Back on my feet, just a man and his will to survive. It's seen eye of the tiger.
Oh, he's not the geeky one I was hoping for. It's been too long since I've actually checked them out to find out, like, the geeky dude.
I'm feeling pretty fired up with Eye of the Tiger playing now.
I know, right? I'm ready to go.
Not since Tom Cruise.
Hold on. This is the winner.
He has his pants off. And just melding to the song and going nuts. It's showmanship.
He's not wearing pants.
It's the best performers.
I absolutely have what it takes to win this
Oh my
competition.
God. Have a sandwich. Do a shoulder press.
That's like anorexic Stephen King. What's going on?
Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Don't even take me to a disco. You never even get me out.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, look at the you watch the judges flashback. I'm like, this is way more fun than Idol.
Well, that's some good footwork there, though. Oh man.
It's like my life goal to be a judge on something akin to this.
Oh, no doubt. Whoa.
I love that performance, Mario.
Here's judges.
Let me tell you why. It was the best of both worlds, really. You had all the star quality Tom Cruise, but without all that Scientology crap.
What?
I'm very encouraged by today's performance.
Oh,
we'll check in with you later this evening. Thank you. Okay.
Mario, right up top. Hey.
I know what you're thinking. Where has this been all your life?
I'm kind of thinking we're going to have to do a follow-up special where we get the names of all of them and find out their stories since.
Oh my God!
It's like a behind the music Superstar USA.
But where are they now? Seriously.
Yeah, oh man. Like we're getting the band back together and we're just going to get them all together to sing like We Are the World or something. I don't know. It's,
You have to get that guy to do something Tom Cruise related.
Well, obviously. I mean,
he's the best of everything without Scientology, right?
Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
I'm going to get him to slide across the floor and, just his tighty whities and socks and, a shirt.
I think he's game for that.
Yeah.
He's done this a couple times.
Looks like he's a pro.
He'll go out like Goose.
Ouch.
Well, right? I'm like, oh my God, I wish I was in like that room where I was like, this is the best idea ever.
I wouldn't have been able to be in that room because I'd be falling over laughing too hard.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't know how they kept a straight face.
Seriously.
You see, like, they get right into it. They're like, great. Vitamin C, she's my hero.
Yeah.
She was dancing along and everything. It was fantastic.
So was the other guy, not Tone Look, but the other guy.
He was bobbing his head nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When in doubt, do the head bob.
I guess, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Classic white guy move.
It is, certainly, yeah. It's one of 3 steps they teach you in white guy school.
Hey, don't knock it. It works. It gets the job done.
I guess. I don't know.
It's true.
I don't know.
As an alum of white guy school, yes.
Right.
So I love bad movies and bad TV, obviously.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
As long as like my movie, well, the ones that I produce and direct aren't on that.
Well, surprise! That's why we brought you on. No, I'm kidding.
Right? Well, but here's the thing: like, there's like a part of me where I'm like, I should just try to make the worst thing ever because I'd get such a kick out of it. But the problem is, I feel like that's just not how it works. I feel like what's so great about all this is that there has to be an element of real believability. Like. I feel quite firmly when you watch The Room, and you can let me know. And so here's where kind of popular opinion divides on The Room, is some people believe that Tommy Wiseau is just so smart that he did it intentional. But if you've ever met Tommy Wiseau, and I was lucky enough to meet him at the 10th anniversary screening, he is definitely not. He is definitely that guy who thinks he made the world's greatest movie.
Right.
And the fact that it's been so successful kind of validates this false belief.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So he's like so filled up. Like he literally is fucking nuts.
Right.
He's just crazy.
Sure, because he can point and be like, scoreboard, bitches, look at all this money it's made and all this love that it gets.
Like, I'll pack out theaters every time I do a screening.
Right.
People bring their own spoons and everything. Yeah.
Now
and
there's like
there's a great scene with a dog. When you see it, you'll know.
Do they throw dogs around?
A flower shop. No, he walks into a flower shop and is like, "Hello, doggy." But it's like such like an iconic scene now that when he goes to these like screenings, there's that scene and there's a scene where he throws a football, and you can actually buy a football or a dog, like a stuffed dog, and take a picture with him.
Wow.
I'm not,
that's the level.
Like $25. I have one somewhere.
That's the level of made it that I want. I want, to where you can buy a football or a dog and get a picture taken with me with it.
People are posing next to you with a bag of dicks.
Yeah. Hey,
right?
Listen, if
and
they're
he saw me and he started like hitting on me in front of my boyfriend. My boyfriend was just like so proud. He's like, "This is the proudest I've ever been of you." And then there's a girl who's not. I think she's pretty, but she's not like movie pretty. And she's actually got a really hard time because the fans. She actually left acting for a while because so many fans like make fun of her weight because she's a curvier girl. But her name is Lisa, And so he was like literally, so they have a thing at the 10th anniversary screening where a bunch of people dressed up, right? Like we're talking dressed up as characters from the movie. And he's like, where is my new Lisa? Because he was saying, he's like, I'm going to cast you in the sequel, blah, 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 blah. You're my new Lisa. So he's like calling out, I'm like 4th row in. He's like, where's my new Lisa? And I'm like, oh, good God. No. And he's like, there she is. And of course my boyfriend's like shoving me. He's like,
sure.
Get the fuck on the stage.
As any good boyfriend would do, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because he's like, this is so funny.
Yeah.
So then he like grabs me by the arm and proceeds to like not let me leave and just give me all the awards for best costume. And I'm not in costume.
You were dressed up as new Lisa.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? He's like, you are my new Lisa. And they'd like get lost on a tangent. 20 minutes later, he'd be like, and the best award for costume goes to my new Lisa. So I had like 3 basketballs and like a football. Like, he just kept on giving me like the swag shit as like his
hold
gift.
on. Does he have like a gym bag that he calls awards, or like what's?
He gives you like, it's like a little blue, like one of those bags that you take on like to the gym or whatever. That's like got a basketball that he signed or a football that he signed, like a little miniature one.
Wow, I was being sarcastic, but there I was.
Spot on. It's like a real.
Right
I think I know where my I think I have a basketball. Hold on, well, I don't know where it is, but I can find it real quick. And you're a laptop, so you can come with me.
Oh, sweet! We're getting a look around her apartment while. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you can see it.
Well, until Skype froze. Yeah, oh, there it is. All right. Oh, man. That is insane.
Right. I can't get the basketball down because it's like really high, but it's like up there. And the football, where is the football?
Put a cat up there. It'll get it down for you.
Right?
Yeah.
The football. Oh, here it is. Oh, my cat's like talking. It's like, what's going on, Mom?
It's fair. It's fair. Wow.
There you go.
Wait, is that TW on there stand for his initials? Or is that what that's
so.
for?
No, it's yes. Tommy Wiseau.
Damn it, I'm so far behind in the narcissism game. Jeez.
Right.
That's great.
And I can't read what he wrote. Oh, he wrote something.
Yeah. Probably his hotel room. I don't know. That's
probably
weird. Yeah.
Spoiler, I did not show up.
Oh, way to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I will not be the new Lisa.
Yeah.
Fail.
Sorry. Yeah. No.
Thanks for the football and basketball.
Right.
So Canadian, by the way. You were like, sorry.
Oh, yeah. I do that once in a while. Sorry.
No, I mean, I am one of them, so I think it's fine.
Yeah. I have
your American friends razz you about it because they bug the shit out of me when I do it. And I'm like, I am Canadian. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm allowed, damn it.
Right? I actually generally do it because we have a friend that's Canadian. If I talk to her, I generally will do it.
You're mocking them?
A little bit. Yeah.
Sorry.
But she, it's all in good fun. So.
Noted. But yes, so if you haven't seen The Room, check it out because it's hilarious.
All right, I will do so.
And again, then you can get cool swag like this.
Right, yeah.
Footballs, basketballs, gym bags.
Yep. But then, so I was on stage for like an hour because he just wouldn't let me leave. And he was like holding me by the arm.
Wow.
I kept on like trying to get off the stage. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm here, except he keeps on handing me bags with balls in them.
He's like one of these.
Might be implying something.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, but it's like, they're all like signed by him and they say his name on them. It's a thing.
You should have been like just handing them out as you're walking when you finally did get off the stage. So be like, here, take these.
Start firing them into the crowd.
Down until the movie was going to start. I was like the last person up on the stage. And everybody's like, why is she up there? We don't get this. She's clearly not dressed like Lisa. But he keeps giving her all like the best dressed up award. And like there's all these people that like tried and put effort into their costumes and they're like, oh.
Right?
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, sad trombone plays for them.
Sad,
no, they get no sad trombone.
Still not hooked up.
If I don't get it, no one does.
We really need to get on these sound effects. I'm just saying.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Really.
Yeah.
Slacker, what can I say?
Right. Well, I hate
the
to cut this.
next thing I learned in white guy school.
Yeah, right? I hate to cut this, but we've kept you way longer than we intentionally originally
got
meant
off on a tangent with the WB superstar in the room, so all good things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Watch those, eat 3 bags of dicks, and call me back.
About that.
Sorry, verbal agreement is completely legally binding in the state of California.
Damn it, I forgot. I was going to try to play the you're in another country card, but I forgot you're in California. Damn.
I also have a work permit, so I'm allowed to be here.
Well, that's good.
See?
Yeah. Otherwise, then I'd have an out, because I'd just have you deported. But, no. Get out of my country!
You. So about your 3 bags of dicks,
yeah.
I would eat them all. Just chug them. It's fine.
Well, they are gummy at least.
It's like pulling off a Band-Aid. Just get it over with.
Yeah.
Make a Vine video.
Yeah, eating bags of dicks is nothing like pulling a Band-Aid off, Tony.
Side note, you haven't seen Truth or Dare yet, but that's fucking hilarious because you just quoted the movie almost verbatim.
Pulling off Band-Aid is not the same as...
well, we have a scene where, spoiler, although this is the least spoiler, but where a gentleman is dared to cut his nipple off, and he's literally like, Derek, the villain, is like, it's like pulling off a Band-Aid. And the guy is like, no! Cutting off your nipple is not like pulling off a Band-Aid.
Yeah. It seems like they're similar, but not quite, yeah.
Well, I mean, close enough that it was pretty... I'm laughing really hard on the inside.
That's fair, that's fair. Well, I we appreciate you joining us. This was definitely a fun talk. Fun. So yeah,
anytime.
Yeah.
Report back to me after the bags of dicks. We'll go.
Damn it!
You're not getting out of that one.
I just can't get out of it, can I?
No, you're doomed.
Fine.
And gummy worms chopped up to look like dicks don't count.
You know what? Screw you, hippie. You're no friend of mine anymore, sir. So again, for those who want to follow you, said it's just Jessica. Yeah, I can't talk.
Jessica Cameron on Facebook. I am maxed out on my friend page. Add me on my fan page. I am not the cricketer, and it's Jessica Cameron _ on Twitter. I tweet a lot, and I'm a random tweeter. So like you might see like a blood cover selfie and then a cat video because I'm random like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
I think that's what everyone expects on Twitter is kind of that kind of...
Twitter's like the Wild West still.
It can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending
on where you go.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram too, but I'm like the least active on Instagram.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm pretty inactive on Instagram. That's why every time somebody asks me about following me, and I'm like, you can. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. So.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you up to speed on social media. But step number 1, bag of dicks first.
I'm all over Twitter. I use Twitter all the time.
He's a Twitter.
Yeah, I'm a Twitter fiend, but the rest of them, I'm just like, eh. So, yeah.
Tweet me. It'll be awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a great night.
All right, you too. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you too. Thanks again.
Yep.
Oh, my pleasure. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, Brian. What did you think of that Jessica Cameron gal?
Yeah, she's all right. She
was a lot of fun.
She certainly was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for, you know. I mean, unfortunately we brought her on and didn't really get into a lot into her movies and stuff. But you know, she's got a lot in the works. You know, she can't give away, so we don't want to put spoilers.
It was just a fun chat, really. Though.
Yeah, but definitely find her on the Twitters at Jessica Cameron, and you know, you can go check her website out from there, and you know,
wasn't it Jessica Cameron _
Is it? You're right.
I think so.
You're right. Good call.
Booyah! Because she's not the cricketer.
Right. Which still sounds like a terrible villain. So, I don't know. We'll have to have her back on sometime, maybe get a little more into her movies or something.
Or awful TV.
Or awful TV after we do our homework, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I guess that's it. You got anything else?
Nah, that was just a good, clean fun.
Certainly was. So I guess at this point, all we can say is take it away, Annalise.
Enthusiast this.